EA got sold. I said a few episodes ago, Saudi Arabia is just buying up all of our entertainment.
They are.
And here we are again. This is definitely the third episode, at least since what? August? That we're now talking about Saudi buying something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as far as EA, I know EA already has kind of been on everyone's shit list for years because they've been microtransactions though, but the Battlefront thing with Star Wars and just other stuff. But they were okay with me because I like the Star Wars game, the Fallen Order. I really like that series, and but I'm waiting for the third one whenever it comes out. But so I wasn't really on that hate EA thing like everybody else was. But yeah, this is pretty crappy.
Yeah. I mean, they got on my shit list with Andromeda, which again, like I said before, is not a completely awful game, but it's not Mass Effect.
Right.
But then, of course, as you know, last year they got off my shit list when they brought back NCAA.
Right.
You know, this year's NCAA wasn't as good, but it is what it is. But I don't necessarily hate them. You know what I mean? Madden actually was good this year, which is was a shock to me.
Madden was good. I heard otherwise. I heard it still wasn't good.
No, Madden. It played a lot smoother than NCAA this year.
Yeah, I heard NCAA took a step back this year.
Yeah, NCAA was not. It wasn't it this year, but Madden played. It's a lot more smooth. I don't know. I can't tell you about the online. I hate people. So
I don't play online in sports games because most people online don't play football, so to speak, if we're playing like Madden.
Yeah, they found a glitch of whatever.
They manipulate
the game.
Video game.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I was coaching football for almost a decade. Q, you're coaching now. So when you look at a football game, you're looking at it like a coach would.
Right.
I'm looking for leverage, openings, reading man versus zone, my numbers in the box to see if I could run it, stuff like that. That's real football, and that's what I like to play.
And then they'll say something like, "Oh, get good."
Like, that's not getting good.
Boy, we can load up.
No, if I change this route to this, send this person into this, and then motion this, the game itself just can't comprehend it, and you're going to get open every single time.
And we can load up,
get good.
We can load up Madden 08 right now, and I got smoke for anybody because that's when I was hardcore in the Madden.
That's the last one I played.
I got smoke for anybody. I was wrecking dudes in college.
I was one of those people that I never
Pause.
Well, like I never knew how to play Madden. I never understood like defense stuff. So I'm like, what's nickel? What's dime? And I'm like, I would just press anything. I never knew how to read the plays. So I was like, all right, whatever. And I just never did.
It's actually funny. So for me, I was always the offense. I could break down your defense.
Right.
But I knew back then, like I knew every team back then. So it would be like, whoever you choose, I knew who to counter them with.
Yeah.
Like a lot of, like I remember this dude, we played, he picked Dallas, and I was like, okay, he's going to try to throw the TO. That's all he's going to do. I picked the Broncos, and I put Champ Bailey on TO. Every time he threw the ball, I was picking it off. So, like, I knew that back then for the defense, but now I'm playing as a defensive coach, I look at it completely different, and I'm breaking down the entire offenses, like Malik said. So
yeah, you're seeing things in a completely different manner, and you're going to play that way. And I like playing that way. But to get back on task.
Yeah, sorry about that.
The main issue I have with this is just Saudi Arabia's buying everything.
Everything.
I don't know if this is going to end up being a complete plus or a complete negative, because I don't know if they're going to get involved in anything, or if they just say, hey, go do your thing, we just basically the bottom line profits come to us.
Yeah, and that's what I'm wondering. Are y'all just funding it, or is it they're just gonna be like, look, we're just taking this over and here's how it's going to be now?
Right.
Now my whole thing is I don't know what's gonna happen, because eventually this bubble that they're doing of just buying everything, this bubble's gonna burst.
Oh, for sure.
they're going to eventually get to a point where they're going to stop wanting to pay stuff.
Right.
Pay this money. Now, things like the video game industry, it could be very lucrative, so they may not drop that.
Mm-hmm.
And, it might just fall down to stuff like esports because, esports doesn't bring in a ton of revenue, whereas video games do. But eventually, the bubble's going to burst in some way, shape, or form. What's going to happen then? Are they going to just be like, oh, we're done. Company's dead. We're laying off, 3,000 people without notice, and we don't care. And or are they just, gonna keep things going or sell? I don't know. I'm just worried when basically one entity seems to be buying up everything.
Right.
Eventually, they're going to want to stop. And what's going to get the axe when they're done?
Right.
And are we going to be left scrambling?
So my question along with what you're saying is, what does this mean for innovation? Because obviously it's bottom dollar for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So will they try to come up with new things, or is it just going to be scrap all future new projects for only what we know makes money?
Yeah. See, that's what I was talking about before, is are they going to get hands-on and make those kind of decisions? Or are they just going to be like, hey, continue operations as always. We don't really care. Just bottom line's coming back to us.
Right. I play FIFA. I'm not a hardcore FIFA player. I'm not one of those dudes who I buy it when it comes out. But when EA gives you the little free thing, when it's free on EA or whatever, I paid a little $3 a month, whatever it is, for the little EA premium.
Yeah.
And when they drop the game to free, I always download it and I play it.
Right.
So I'm wondering, now is the Saudi team just going to be all 99s and impossible to beat?
And
yeah,
or
shit.
What? They have very different standards when it come to women and
right.
Gay people. Are they going to hop in and say, we don't want this storyline that involves a gay person, or we don't want this game to come out because this woman is not dressed in an appropriate manner?
Correct.
Are they going to really dig their hands in and start affecting stuff like that?
Yeah, because
I don't know.
Even the Mass Effects, you have the option if you want to be gay.
Yes,
you have the option to get the women naked, have intercourse with them or not. So that's a good question. Are they going to be like, no, we don't agree with those values, that has to go?
Yeah. And I don't think a lot of people know just how big EA is, because most people think EA, they think of course, EA Sports, Madden, NCAA, stuff like that. Then they might think of the most people won't even think of Mass Effect.
No, they won't.
They'll think of the Star Wars games and stuff that, but they don't understand a lot of the other stuff that's under EA's umbrella. Battlefield is under EA's umbrella. Battlefield 6 that's coming out in a couple weeks,
right,
is part of EA.
Yeah.
There's a lot, EA, yes, they are a game developer, but they're also a game publisher.
Right.
Meaning there's a lot of other game developers that are going to come about that's affected by this as well.
Yeah. Also $55 billion.
Whoo! See, this is that whole thing, is when you have that kind of money, you could pretty much buy whatever you want.
This is basically a monopoly.
Yeah, because when you have that kind of money, now it's not even about a
and they don't have to play by the rules of America.
Yeah,
right.
Playing by their own rules.
And
we do whatever we want.
It's not even we're trying to buy this for a fair value type thing. They'll be like, we'll pay you whatever you want. I don't care.
So it's getting to the point. I'm expecting. I did a post the other day. I said I'm just waiting for nobody NFL next.
Yeah,
I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, they're going to get one of the major sports here in North America. They're
Need for Speed. Oh yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people they're talking about The Sims. They're like, How's that going to affect The Sims?
Yeah, like think about it. BioWare is under EA.
Oh, jeez.
That's who, isn't that who makes they make Baldur's Gate.
Yep.
And the Mass Effect.
Mass Effect, Dragon Age,
the Star Wars games.
Yeah.
Oh, the Old Republic. Those were actually really good games.
They do Valve too.
Criterion. That's Need for Speed.
Okay.
Like
Burnout.
Like all these are subsidiaries of EA. DICE. That's Battlefield.
Yep.
Motive Studio. That sounds familiar.
Motive Studio. What? I don't know what they've made. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Dead Space. Okay.
Dead Space.
I hated that game.
Like, Motive is working on Battlefield 6 as well. Like, these are all Respawn. That's Call of Duty.
Right.
Apex Legends.
There's Fallen Order. That's the
Titanfall.
That's the series
like these are all games that's all under the
Infinity Ward
EA umbrella. So all of them are now part of.
Yeah.
So this is a very widespread thing.
Oh, the industry's feeling this.
Yeah, the industry's going to be really affected by this, possibly.
Absolutely. Like from jobs to what like you said, because they could just do cuts. Because it started. If you remember a couple of years ago, they were certain like EA, they were buying up all these smaller developers here in America, and then they started like when Microsoft, they grabbed Blizzard or something like that, or
that's Xbox, that's Microsoft.
Yeah, they got it, but then they started letting people go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So is the same thing going to happen here with with the Saudis? They're going to acquire all this stuff and then start hacking and slashing. More people's jobs, like you said. The industry is really feeling it now. If not, it's coming.
It just said EA's headquarters is in California.
Right.
Think about how many people, drive to work there. You know what I mean? I wonder if they're going to be like, all right, cool, we're moving it to Saudi.
Yeah.
So now we don't have to play by any of the American rules.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And that could affect, quality. That could affect a lot of things.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, once again, this is all hypothetical. We don't know what they're technically going to do. But I'm just worried.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of games we played here that is affected by this.
I didn't even realize a lot of that stuff that was on. Like I said, the only thing I really play out of EA right as of now is the Fallen Order series, and but still, like, and there are some Star Wars characters who, are half naked, not fully having, some, you know what I mean? They're, they have that covered up, you know what I mean? Like you're just saying the way they are with their policies over there and stuff like that, and just
like the EA CEO saying, hey, the company's values and our commitment to players and fans remain unchanged. You can say that all you want, but when you're not the person in complete charge, you don't have a complete say over that.
Yeah, because we all got to answer to somebody.
Yeah, because just like with the whole Kadia buying Evo,
right?
The Evo founder said, hey, nothing's changing. I believe you mean that. But I also believe that it's not up to you anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, there's there's games. Would you say some of the Star Wars characters are scantily clad? Baldur's Gate. Yeah. There was a bunch of them. A bunch of the women weren't. You know what I mean? Not all of them were covered up, like Shadowheart or whatever. But even if you romance her in the game, she's naked. So it's like, where does this affect games? You know what I mean?
Yes.
There's a lot there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, you are correct.
Support small developers. I think that's the main thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But we got to see what becomes of it. But
it just sucks that we just don't know where it's going. Like they're telling you the news, but it's just like what's happening. Like they just we acquired it, but we're not telling you what the plans are. And it's like,
to be honest, whenever any acquisition is made, no matter what they say, you don't believe them until you see what they do.
Right.
So I'm not going to sit here and act like just because it's a Saudi company, or I'm not even going to say company, Saudi is buying it, if Bill Gates bought them.
If
It
it
would still
changed
be
at
the
all,
same
yeah.
thing.
Right.
Because I mean,
So-
just like Tim said, when Microsoft bought up like Blizzard and all that,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, okay, this is good for them, but like, oh, well, everything's exclusively Xbox. So it's like, oh, well, now I got to buy an Xbox. Then they're like, okay, we're laying a bunch of people off. And you're like,
Yeah. Like,
what?
Yeah.
Like,
So
And like you made a good point. If the headquarters is in California, probably over in the Silicon Valley or whatever, what if like they say, we're going to move everything over to Saudi?
yeah.
And it's like, you want to move over there or what? You know what I mean? And it's just how's that going to
And
work?
I can guarantee you, majority of the people that live in California are not trying to move to Saudi Arabia.
I agree.
No.
Like, that's not, you're going to lose a great chunk of them, including every single female that works for that company.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Now, granted, we don't know if they'll actually do that. We're, speculating. But, of course, when more happens or more develops, we're going to be here to cover it.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So, we'll keep an eye on it,
And one thing that I will say specifically about myself, I'm not going to speak for either of them. If I'm proven wrong, I'll be glad to admit it.
Oh, I'll be happy to be proven
I
wrong.
will have if in a year's time we come back and say, "Man, this was a great deal. Everything is wonderful."
Mm-hmm. Hey,
I'll be man enough to say, "Hey, I was nervous for nothing. I was wrong."
maybe they announce Mass Effect 4, and I'll be like, yes.
Right.
Maybe they're like, "Hey,
Right.
we're gonna up the wage on every worker because we have the money."
Yeah.
Don't know.
Hey, but we apologized on there before.
Yeah.
We were wrong. We were wrong about Juicy Joe and all that stuff, and we still apologize for that. But still, yeah, we'll admit that we made a mistake or like, hey, we was wrong. You know what I mean? But right now, we don't know.
Yeah, and it's
I
just
admitted to
concerning.
being wrong about what the freak was that movie?
I don't know what you're talking
Madam
about.
Web.
No, that should don't start. The one with Bucky and all of them and
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts. Yeah, my bad. I couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
I admit it. Remember when
Yeah,
it first
you-
dropped? I was
yeah.
like, I have no interest. This
Yeah.
looks stupid. And I ended up liking the movie. I was like,
Right.
yeah, I was wrong. So yeah, I don't mind. I honestly, if I don't like something, I prefer to be wrong.
Yeah.
Or if I don't think the best is going to come from something, I'm glad when I'm wrong.
Yes.
But it's all speculation. We just got to wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.